Hey everybody, and welcome back to Endless Legend 2. I'm excited to get into this one. This is a new demo. It's available now for everyone to check out to an extent on the Steam 4X Fest. You're seeing this on August 12th. It goes to the 18th, if I remember correctly from what I got told. So yeah, you got the next week or so to give it a try. Now, as content creators, we have access to something special, which is the new Necrophage faction that they just revealed. So we're going to be playing some turns as that and seeing what all we get access to and what we can see what it see what it's about. So yeah, that's a roundabout way of saying we're going to dive into it. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe, turn on the notification bell. Help me get to 650 subscribers by the end of August. I know it's not a big goal, but it's a goal, so we're going to go ahead and try and get there. And yeah, with that being said, let us begin a normal game. I'm not going to get into these tutorial because I know how to play the game, and if I don't know how to do something, it's a little more entertaining for you to watch me suffer than it is to learn how to do it. So that's kind of what I see. So we're gonna play as the Necrophage. Confined to the depths ages past, the Seren swarm have only just emerged to the surface to establish a beachhead on one of the world's windswept islands. Bitter fighting with the bronze plates has occupied their recent attention, but they aim to make up for lost time under the command of their prime, one who stalks afar. Stalker is what we're going to call them from that point forward. Always hostile, always ravenous, the Necrophage are a powerful, menacing presence. We get the matriarch. We have one city, only one, of their queen. The city can grow larger than that of other factions, and units can travel quickly between it and other territories by building burrows. The Necrophage consume to grow. They generate a corpse whenever they defeat an enemy in battle. They can be used to specialize their units, which they can do anywhere. They also generate larvae units when they win battles. And ever fighting, every war for the Necrophage is justified, and they suffer fewer penalties for prolonged wars than other factions. So they're natural warmongers, if it wasn't obvious by that tag up there. And you can get away with a lot more being a warmonger in this faction than you can in most other things. You can create custom factions in a future update. That's going to be interesting. That will be interesting. I'm excited about that. But yeah, let's choose the Necrophage. Confirm. Let's do an orange Empire color. We're going to choose the icon like that. Be an extra Necrophage in there. So it's going to be Necrophage versus Necrophage. For an advanced lobby. I choose. I think we're just going to have a 1v1v1. A number of competitors. 3. One Kenneth Sheridan, one aspect, and me is the Necrophage. Alright. Explorer, I think, is probably the best we're going to get there, so we'll do continents. And I think everything else will be the same. Without further ado, go back. What was that? Pace? Okay, yeah, we'll leave all that the same for this demo. Okay, launch game. Once again, as always, thanks to Hooded Horse for the access to this demo to check it out. Endless Legend 2 is one of my most anticipated games of the year. I'm a huge fan of the Endless franchise and a huge fan of Endless Legend. I have a lot of time in Endless Legend, so yeah. I will shut up now.
Slumbering, dreaming, yearning. Denied the sun, the land, the flesh of our prey. We have festered in the depths while our hunger grows. Now
this is actually kind of terrifying.
See the sign. A new day dawns. Now we will swarm this world. Now we will take what is ours.
Consume Sayada. Swarm it is time. Our long dark night ends. Fire in the skies, monsters in the seas. Saida is awakening once again, my swarm. Our prey are weak. In chaos, afraid. Let us emerge from the depths and devour all. It's like it's kind of like, this reminds me of like a Terminator or Tyrannus faction. Look for our location will get starting resources to found your capital city. Okay, we're going to choose this flying unit. Once you've spotted the location, we can choose. In turn, reminder, you can click here to find all the tasks you need to do before ending your turn. All tasks left to do will also appear in the intern button. And we have 2 idle armies to move. I think we're going to go and found that capital. 14 or 16. We're going to found it down there. Now we have our... What are you? Plays with... Okay, that's our hero. And a couple of larvae. You found a provisions curiosity, but discovered no reward. Great, thanks. Thanks for the no rewards. We only get 1 city. We have a city cap of 1. So we need to make it count, basically. We're going to get that improvement being built. You've accumulated some strategic resources. 6 titanium, getting 0 per turn. Producing cities by mine district are obtained as rewards. These special resources are stored at the Empire scale. They're essential for upgrading your units, recruiting advanced units, or building advanced structures. Note that their max stock capacity can be increased by researching certain technologies. As Necrophage, you have 1 single city, but you can spend dust to build a burrow in other territories, even those of your enemies. Burrows will allow your armies to quickly travel underground to reach other burrows or your capital city. Note that later, burrows can be upgraded into nests to claim the territory. You can click on this button and then build a tile to build a burrow. Okay, good. Love it. We have a crater there. An anomaly. We'd love to study that. The Daughters of Boar. Are they boring? Sorry, that was a bad joke. There's 6 eras currently in the game. I think that probably... I don't know if that'll change for release. For early access release, I mean. I gotta be very careful how I say that, because the release in September is early access. They make that very clear. This is not going to be a fully released product when it releases. They're going to use early access to kind of build it with the community, and I like that. I like early access because it gives. If the studio uses it right, and I know Amplitude and Hood or Horse will, they will listen, and the game will be what the people want. Scientific Charter is going to be our first one. Improves the rewards from curiosities and unlocks the laboratory district. Not the lavatory district. That is something different. A Necrodrome. That's just a cool sounding name, dude. Seriously. Jeez. Okay. We have an idle army. Be on your way if you have no business with the daughters. Attack them. I'm not going to, but I can. I have the choice, the freedom of choice to do so. We're going to start, we really don't have much room to go that way, so we're going to start moving up the map. Found a chart's curiosity that awarded us 15 influence. We need to get our gold return up. That's going to give us 10, but it's going to take 13 turns to get there. We'll lose another 26 by that time. Ooh, a treasure chest. Our quest requires your attention. For millennia, the swarm had been bound to Sayada's depths, eking out a most miserable existence in the darkness. Forays up to the islands were met with frenzied fighting, death. Bronze plates fledgling by swarm sanders were the worst, battle-hardened without mercy. Sometimes they even descended, braved the outer reaches of the nest. Of the swarm, only the high matriarch still remembers Sayada without its seeds. Never-ending desert, vast constructions, easy prey. More than anything, she craves the return of those days. I feel change coming to this world. Prime, swarm does too. They are restless. Storms? Falling stars? Meaning what? Meaning nothing if we do not prepare. Do you want this worm to fester in the darkness for another 1,000 years? What would you have the Prime do? I mean no slight on your command. We just... Who knows what's coming? Our time is coming. We should be ready to strike. Burrows? Use action build burrows. 2 times with one of your enemies. Or armies. Alright, it's y'all's time to shine. We built a burrow. I'm not gonna do it right there. I think we're gonna do it up here. We're back up to green. Transfer some units of an army to a nearby army or tile. You can click on the transfer button into a dedicated mode. Okay. Good to know. I will not be doing that right now. But good to know. That's up to ourselves. Ooh, that up to 6 turns. How did that happen? Where did our industry just really went up? From time to time, it's good for your city economy to create foundations that will exploit more terrain tiles and will prepare them for new districts later. To do so, you can click on one of the highlighted terrain tiles that will cost you the indicated amount of influence to instantly create a foundation. Well, we're going to do that because it's probably a good idea. Okay. So we need to build burrows. Really? Oh, come on. I was hoping we'd get something good there. Bad luck. RNG is not with us. All right, we've researched scientific charter. Acknowledge. Okay. Now we're going to build a burrow. Right there. Spiral crabs. You know, I wonder. Okay, we can't do it on an anomaly. Got it. We'll do it there next turn. What is next? We have unlocked scientific charter. We've completed fencing as well. We did scavenging. I think we go currency. I'm gonna try and build it right next to the anomaly, and maybe we can take advantage of it. Obviously, I don't know how these things work because these are brand new. So, burrow complete. All right, that's kind of cool. Over here, unit to the right here. More spiral crabs. Okay. Scale mail of the seas found. A weapons curiosity. Plus 80 health on hero, plus 1 movement point on hero, plus 12 defense on hero. Valued at 250 dust. Okay, go off. Another village there. One turn until the Sanctity of Nature improvement is built. It's like 3 turns until we get the capital of the currency, I mean. Oh, those are also the Daughters of War. Very boring around here, man. Already turned that into a nest, and I wonder if that's something we should do. Gain some. Oh my god! Wow, that's really good. That Sanctity of Nature thing is really good. Wow. Okay. Well, I think for now we're going to wrap up this episode here. If you enjoyed, drop a like on it, subscribe, turn notifications, and I'll see you next time for some more Endless Legend 2 as the Necrophages. I do plan to play this some more as I have access to it for a few more days. So, yeah, I'm going to get a few more of these episodes recorded and maybe have enough to get us to the full to the release of early access next month. So, yeah, that's going to do it for today. Like, subscribe, turn notifications, and I'll see you next time for part 2 as the Necrophages. Thanks for watching.